everybody, and welcome to Clear Path Guidance and Tarot. The next celebrity reading that I'm going to do is Jennifer Aniston and Justin Theroux. Alright, so I'm doing some background work on these guys now. Jennifer, and it's always just the facts. How long have they been married? Their signs. So she's an Aquarius, he is a Leo. They were not married very long. They were together 7 years, and I believe only married 2.5 years out of that. So, okay, so what went wrong with Jennifer and Justin? So when I pick up Jennifer's vibe, her energy, I get a woman that is very analytical. She's an Aquarius, okay? So Aquarius is Libras and Geminis. I feel like I give you guys lessons all the time, but Aquarius, Gemini, and Libras are all air signs. Air signs, air sign people tend to be more analytical. They make decisions based on thought and reason, not emotion. So, and he is a Leo. Leos, Sagittarius, and Aries are very sparky. They are action. They are high energy. They are go, 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 go. So you've got an air sign person and you have a fire sign. So the fire can fuel the air, right? But not enough air, which is her, the fire will go out if there's no air, right? So, okay, so he loved her more than she did. Than she loved him. So I feel this man really loved her a lot, and it was almost like hitting the jackpot, landing Jennifer Aniston. She loved him, but I felt that she's more comfortable in a companionship relationship. So here they are, plugging along for how long? 5 years, 4 years, however long, and I feel that things were going well until they get married. And then as soon as they get married, I feel like I almost want to suffocate. And I feel that to her, once you get married, for her, I feel like it changes. It changes something on the inside, even though nothing changes. I feel for her, something changes on the inside where all of a sudden pressure is put upon her. She kind of reminds me of John Cena. So John Cena is happy to be in a committed relationship. Marriage just puts it over the top. Same with Jennifer. But I feel she, with Jennifer, Justin popped the question. She said yes because she loves him and thinks it's going to be okay. She thinks it's going to work out. But she always has reservations. I don't know where her career is at. I do feel that's where her focus is usually on the career. And I feel she will never put relationships first. Not that her career is that important, but she's more comfortable with the career. She knows what she wants. She knows how to get to where she wants to be, focusing on something that she really enjoys, and that's her acting and career, that kind of a thing, is much more easier for her to focus on than a relationship. Relationships always seem to fail for her. So for her, relationships are work. So I feel like she somewhat turns her back on the relationship subconsciously because she doesn't know what she's doing. I wish I had an analogy to explain that, but it's like to her, like, hi. This woman kind of wears me out because she wants the marriage. Once she's in it, she's scared. Like when she's not married and she's in a long time committed relationship, I feel there's no pressure there for her. I feel she's still got that. Even though she doesn't want to leave the relationship, I feel she still has that one leg in freedom and one leg in commitment. So that's a great balance for her. But once she gets married, I feel both feet are in commitment, and then there's suffocation that starts to come and smothering. Even though he may not be smothering or suffocating her, she puts that on herself. So a way for her to escape that, I believe, is to focus on the career. And then when you start to focus on the career, there's no focus on the man or the relationship or growing the marriage any more than it is. Now, now, Justin understands this to some degree. I don't feel there's a whole lot of resentment and anger between the two. I feel these two talk a lot. I feel that they talked a lot about emotions and her needs and his needs and things like that. But I really feel that this came to, let's agree to disagree. So I feel he just kind of like, it's like they parted separate ways. They went separate ways amicably. I don't feel, and I feel like that's kind of like all of her relationships. She doesn't end these relationships like really on a bad note. I mean, you look at her and Brad Pitt, yeah, he left her for another woman, but I still feel she has some sort of an understanding there. She still has friendship. She doesn't end friendships easily. Like, I feel she holds on to friendship. She's very private. She doesn't like to talk about anything that goes on in her private life. I feel this is the way she would be even if she was not famous. She's kind of a private person that really won't discuss a lot about her. Even the people poke and prod at her like, oh, he really, he really looks at you with love in his eyes. I feel she's like, oh yeah, well, like, isn't the color of the sun just wonderful today? She's very uncomfortable speaking about her relationships. So, Aquarius people, generally, I'm not saying all of them, I'm just generalizing. From what I know, Aquarians can be friends with the person laying on the street, the queen. They can be friends with anybody in the world. So she could still be friends with exes, friends with anyone, like, anybody. So I feel that that's who she is. So she's still friends with Brad. I still believe that they do talk. I don't think that, intimately, but I feel that she's still there to support him. He's there to support her. And I feel that with Justin, I feel that she cares. She still worries about him. She hopes he will be well. I don't know when they divorced or split or anything like that. But I just get a woman that I don't think it matters how much the man tries. I feel that she likes to focus on relationships her career, because that's what she knows. To her, relationships are hard work. And she tries to do the right thing. I really do feel, though, that with these two, she lost focus. And I'm not blaming it all on her. I feel he loved her enough to say, go work on the project, go do whatever. But eventually it starts to just kind of slide. And before you know it, they're in trouble. So I really believe that Jennifer is best in committed relationships, non-marriage. I think that's where she thrives the best. I think that's where she feels like she's not going to be trapped by anything. Some people just like that. Some people suffocate. I love marriage. I mean, I've been married and divorced 2 times, and I would still like to get married again because I like that commitment. She likes the idea of the commitment, but doing it, I feel like it's like there's a little bit of poking and prodding. She will do it because I feel like she thinks it's the right thing. But once she gets into it, it's like she suffocates. She starts to suffocate, and again, starts to put her energy in other places, rather than the marriage, because to her that's it's like unfamiliar territory for her. But again, when it comes to having a boyfriend, a committed relationship that way, I feel she's happier. There's freedom there. I don't know if she'll get married again. I feel she will find someone, and live happily ever after, being with a live-in boyfriend, or, someone that she can just spend her downtime with, like growing a committed relationship, but not that solid, solidifying, marriage sort of a thing. I doubt she'll get married again. I really don't think that she's the marrying kind, even though she has done it. I just don't feel that this is her thing. So, and these men come along, ask her to marry him, and I feel too with Brad. I don't. If it wasn't for if Angelina, you take Angelina out of the picture, I feel that that wouldn't have been a lifetime commitment either. So, and again, I'm not blaming her. This is just what I feel. I feel like Justin supported everything that she did. You want to go work on the project, go work on the project if that's what makes you happy, because I feel like he wanted to see her happy, and whatever made her happy, he supported. But after a while, that tends to, it takes away from the relationship, it takes away from the focus, and then his needs are not being met. So, so again, I'm not blaming her for any of this. This is what I feel. I just feel that she likes to put her energy where she knows what she's doing, where she feels confident. Okay. All right. Let's just see what the cards say about them. I'm going to give it a good shuffle. All right. What are the messages for Jennifer and Justin? One more shuffle. Whoa. One came flying right out. Okay. Okay, what are the messages regarding Jennifer and Justin? The one that fell on the ground is definitely a clarity card. The ones that fall on the ground, you have to notice those. Now all of a sudden I'm too bright. I need better lighting in this place. All right, what are the messages regarding Jennifer and Justin? Jennifer and Justin. Jennifer and Justin. Jennifer and Justin. Jennifer and Justin. 2 cards. I want one. Just one more card. Jennifer and Justin. Okay, so Jennifer and Justin, here we have the 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups is loss, regret, grief, feeling abandoned or unloved. Okay, so you can see these cups here, these 3 are knocked over and these 2 are still standing up. So I don't feel all is lost in this relationship. I still do feel they're somewhat supportive of each other. Okay, but there is that feeling of abandonment, loss, regret, grief. Okay. All right, then we have the 7 of Pentacles. And the 7 of Pentacles is about hard work. It's about delayed success. It's perhaps it's like they put the work in, but they never did enjoy the fruits of their labor. It never got to where they wanted it to be. Okay? All right, this is when you're trying to grow something. This is like a farmer trying to grow something and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and it just really doesn't happen. Okay, and then we have the 3 of Wands, and the 3 of Wands is teamwork, commerce, expansion, travel. So this is about waiting for that ship to come in. Okay, so you can see it's very bright. There's a glare here. Okay, so you can see this guy is standing here waiting for that ship to come in. I feel like even though they may have worked together somewhat, they were still waiting. So, waiting to enjoy the fruits of labor, waiting for that ship to come in. Either you're watching it set sail or you're waiting for it to come in. Perhaps they're watching it set sail. It's leaving. It's gone. Okay, that teamwork. All right. Let's see what Justin feels for Jennifer? What does Justin feel for Jennifer? What does Justin feel for Jennifer? Justin feel for Jennifer? Oops, 2 cards. Don't want him. I believe he still loves her. Oh my God. What does Justin feel for Jennifer? I'll shut this light off. Maybe it'll help. Okay, there. Maybe a little bit better. What does Justin feel for Jennifer? Oh my God, it's taking forever. Okay, one flipped over. All right, so here we have the Chariot. All right, so this is about action and change. This is about someone who, like this person you can see. Just a second, I'm gonna. Okay, you can see. I'll try and stop the glare here somehow. Okay, so you can see there's a person behind the Chariot here. This person is in charge of where the Chariot goes. So it could have been him very well that just said, you know, who made this action and made this change. Okay, all right, we have the Two of Pentacles. This is about balance. All right, it's about multitasking. It's about choices. It's about weighing options. I think that he weighed the options here and made the choice, perhaps, even though it was mutual. I feel he's the one who just kind of said, you know, we need to kind of talk, right? And then the King of Cups. The King of Cups is a great father and husband. He's tolerant and empathetic. Even though he's a Leo, which would be the King of Wands, I feel he was still tolerant and empathetic and gave her what she needed. All right, and still would. And let's see what Jennifer feels for Justin. All right, so we have the Knight of Swords. What does she feel for him? This is someone who's a little bit more impulsive. Remember, I said she was an air sign in the tarot deck. It's hard to see. It really is. In the tarot deck, swords are represent the air signs, which is Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini, and she's the Aquarius. This is someone who's a little bit more impulsive, doesn't really think before they make decisions, and so she's more impulsive than he is. All right, we have the Knight of Cups. This is a younger, so what does she think of him? This is a Prince Charming, romantic love, a proposal sort of a thing. So she still has good feelings towards this man. All right, this is a younger energy. I think he's a little bit younger than her. So she still is fond of him. And then we have the Nine of Swords. And the Nine of Swords is about anxiety. And it's about someone who, you can see here, this person is sitting up late at night, can't eat, can't sleep, and a lot of anxieties get to this person. I feel anxieties get to her regarding relationships. So this person here, typically in the tarot deck, this card has all over the blanket pomegranates. And pomegranates in the tarot represent blessings. So you can, but typically when she's looking down, hold on here. Typically when she's looking down at the blanket, which has pomegranates all over it. Maybe I'll use the next tarot, that my rider weight, so you guys can have more explanation. You can see what I'm talking about. So when she's looking down in her grief, she sees all the pomegranates, which are blessings. Okay? All right. So she gets anxiety with relationships. All right? And this card talks about when you have anxiety over things. These are made up in your head. They're not founded. These problems are not there. It's just worse in your head than it is in real life. Okay? All right. So that is the reading on, I wish it was not so bright. There we go. This is the reading on Justin and Jennifer. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I hope I'm right on. I think I read people pretty good. So it was a fun one to do. I hope you guys are enjoying these readings. So thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, comment if you like, share, whatever you want to do. Again, I do private readings. Relationships is where I do my best work. So if you're looking for a relationship reading, email me. My email will be at the bottom of the video, and I will email you back with instructions on how to get a reading. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. I really, truly do love doing these videos, and I hope you guys like them. All right, thanks again. Bye-bye.